Republican senators are calling for a Watergate-style investigation into what went wrong in Libya leading up to the Benghazi attacks. The grilling on Capitol Hill of President Obama's top national security advisors includes ex-CIA chief David Petraeus, whose affair led to his resignation last week. And President Obama has been left scrambling to try and piece together his ruptured cabinet.
Generals Petraeus and Allen.
It's far from the start to his second term the re-elected president was hoping for. What started as an extramarital affair has fast become a snowballing situation, engulfing the top level of America's defense and intelligence departments. For President Obama, a post-election headache rather than honeymoon. This should have been a time of re-election glory. Instead, it's a daily dodge of the latest embarrassing headlines. With a looming fiscal crisis, experts think the Petraeus-Allen problem is lost time for the president.
I hope we don't lose the week entirely. I hope there's some ongoing productive policy discussion regardless, but there's no doubt that these national security human dramas have distracted at least some of our policy attention, some of our media attention from the problem that we need to resolve pretty quickly.
The sex scandal comes as President Obama tries to get to grips with his cabinet reshuffle, with a list of vacancies growing. Rumors suggest Massachusetts Senator John Kerry, previously touted for Secretary of State, could fill Leon Panetta's place when he departs as Defense Secretary. But Republican senators are threatening to block any move to nominate UN Ambassador Susan Rice to the top foreign policy job, over allegedly misleading the American public over what went wrong in Libya.
I don't think she deserves to be promoted. There are a lot of qualified people in this country the president could pick, but I am dead set on making sure we don't promote anybody that was an essential player in the Benghazi debacle.
From the White House, a message of support for Susan Rice.
If Senator McCain and Senator Graham and others want to go after somebody, they should go after me.
Republican senators have taken up the challenge, demanding a wider probe into the Benghazi attacks in a series of hearings on Capitol Hill, where key witnesses are lining up to testify, including disgraced ex-CIA chief David Petraeus. His affair with his biographer has gripped Washington, but he's not the man the Republicans are gunning for.
There's 4 dead Americans. The lives of other Americans were put in jeopardy. This is a matter of 4 dead Americans. I think that the other issue raised is very serious, and I think it deserves a thorough and complete investigation. But it does not rise to the level of an attack on American consulate that took 4 American lives.
Plugging the gap at the CIA is Michael Morrell. That could be made permanent. Some in Washington are worried these replacements might not be up to the job.
So the people who've been involved for 4 years are pretty exhausted. They're tired. They want to go home and make money or be with their families. So you have to find people who've not been involved. But the reason those people weren't involved is maybe they weren't on the short list the first time. Because you always get the ones you really want the first time are the ones you get. So if they weren't in on the first go-around, then why was that?
Firefighting, resignations and accusations is hardly how President Obama would have wanted to start his second term. He now just has to hope there are no new revelations in this ongoing scandal as he tries to put his cabinet in place, and that the hearings on Capitol Hill on Libya don't undermine that goal as well. Nina Maria Potts for JN1 in Washington.